Hi everybody, you're with me on my channel Pavaki Life with Cats, and I am Pavaki. In this video we are going to talk about how to travel with your cat on a plane in India. We will just be talking about traveling within India on domestic flights. I know a lot of you think that traveling with your cat or just one cat can be cumbersome or difficult, but trust me, it is not. Once you do it, the next time you would not need any help. It's very, very simple. And as a cat parent, if you have decided not to abandon your cat, if you're relocating, you have decided to get them with you, I really appreciate this. Really appreciate your responsibility. So thank you so much for doing that to your cat. So let's begin flying with your cats in India. Alright, so before we begin, these are some of my many cats, kittens and cats all included, and they're very happy to know that you are not leaving your kittens and you have decided to take them with you. So it's a big thank you from all the cats. And let me tell you that flying with cat is very simple and easy. There are just few small protocols and rules that you need to follow, and there you go. It's very simple. So let's begin. Okay. In India, when you plan to travel, you need to choose the airline which permits you traveling with your pet. In India, there are just two, and the one I use always to travel with my cats is Air India, because the travel is hassle-free. The people are really nicer and kind when it comes to, letting people travel with the cats. So my experience has been really good whenever I have traveled with my pets. So I bought Air India. I book my tickets in Air India whenever I am flying with my cats. And in the description box, I have mentioned the web link. Okay, and this web link is about the entire rules and regulations you need to follow. This is from Air India. And the first thing here is when you decide to travel with your cat, you need to buy a container, and the pet and the container should not exceed 5 kgs if you want your pet to travel with you inside the cabin. So most of my cats are 3.5 kgs when they were much younger, or 4 kgs, and if the container was 1 kg, it would be just 5 kgs and few grams up, and that was allowed sometimes. And you got to make sure that it should be exact 5 so that you can avoid hassles there at the airport. So, and in case if your pet is of a larger size, if you have a bigger cat and the weight is, weight goes beyond 5 kg, then it will be carried in the cargo hold. So most of the time I have taken my cats in the cabin. So here it is, Air India, 5 kgs if you want to travel inside the cabin with your pet. If it is more, it goes in the cargo hold. Okay, so now that you have decided, let's shop for the pet carrier. I will take you through the entire process step by step once I tell you about this carrier. Okay, so you have to buy an IATA approved pet container for your pet according to the size. On the right, you can see this is my tiny little cat when she was 6 months old, ready to travel with me from south of India to the north. And that was her container, Mimi, observing, sniffing around her container. So really cute, right? So this is the kind of container you need for your cat. On Amazon you can find a lot of options, and in the link also in the description box I have given few links that you can check if you plan to buy a container online. So this is how it looks. The size could be bigger or smaller. It depends upon the size of your cat. If your cat is small, you might want to buy a smaller one. If your cat is a little bigger, if she needs more space, buy a little bigger one. But be careful about the weight. It's very important. Okay, so let's start from the beginning. Okay, so as I told you that Air India allows you to carry the pet, but I always recommend that call up the airlines, confirm with the customer care that is it still allowed and what are the protocols. It's always good to hear from the boss, from the person who's going to allow you. Okay, so do that. So please reconfirm with the airlines, and the airline says yes, please book your ticket on the flight, and you must mention that you will travel with a pet, a cat or a dog. So I would book my ticket and then I would call up at the customer care, make a note with the customer care that I'm traveling with the cat, and there you go. It gets mentioned on your ticket. Okay, and you cannot book the ticket for your pet at the time of your booking. When you're booking your ticket, you cannot buy a ticket for your pet. It works differently. So now that the ticket is done, you're going to fly, that is for sure. The next step is you have to make sure that your cat is in good health to travel and has not been recently operated. For example, in my case, I always prefer my cats to be more than 3 months, or at least 2 or 2.5 months, for them to be able to travel. And please, if you have recently gotten your cat spayed or neutered, do not travel. Wait till the sutures are healed and get your doctor's permission that she's fine. Okay, so only when your cat is fine and healthy to travel, and that you would know as a cat parent. And now, very important thing is, since you are a cat parent, you would be maintaining a health booklet of your cat. I assume all the cat parents will have a record in a booklet of all their vaccinations and medicines according to the cat's age and health status. So for example, I'm going to show you how it worked with Mimi. So this was Mimi's booklet. Okay, on the left hand side you can see Mimi's booklet, her name, her color, her date of birth, because she was born at my home, and the entire record of Mimi's vaccination. It's the second page from her vaccination, not from the earlier pages. So this is very important, and it is mandatory that you have vaccinations done for your cat. These vaccinations, your doctor will tell you at what age what needs to be done. So it is in accordance to the age of your cat. For example, if your cat is just 3 months old, you might not have long list of vaccinations. You will have a very smaller one of deworming and 1 or 2 vaccination, maybe just 1 that time. So that is okay. So it depends upon the age of your cat. So now that your booklet is ready and you have a record, let's move on to the next step. Okay, you've bought the carrier, cat's carrier. Please tag that with your PNR and your name as in your booking. So get ready, get that carrier ready with your name and PNR. Put a tag there. And inside your cat's carrier, please place a moisture absorbent. I generally place good towel, and I carry extra towels and sheets because my cat tends to pee inside the container when she's inside the cabin. It happens, right? It's normal, it's natural. So you could change those towels, and always keep your pet food handy. I generally keep a small separate bag for smaller treats and water. I do not give my cat any heavy food during the entire travel, because she needs to feel lighter and must be comfortable. So you must plan to carry a small container for water for your cat and some light food. So whatever your cats love to eat, please give her that. So get your carrier ready, prepare the carrier with towels, and get the food ready. So once you're done with this, let's check what you need to do 24 hours before you're traveling. Now, this is absolutely mandatory. You have to and you must visit vet, and you must get your cat's travel certificate. Without this certificate, you cannot travel. So this certificate is not expensive. For example, whenever I get this done, I get it done from a government hospital, and you just pay. I donate some 500 INR, and that is fine. So this certificate by your vet will attest and confirm that your cat is free from any medical sign and symptoms and is fit to travel. And please make sure that you do not forge it. It is mandatory for traveling with pets. And whenever you go to your vet or a hospital, just tell them you need this certificate. They all know the type of the certificate and what needs to be written on it, and they will prepare one for you. So generally it is an official health certificate which certifies that your cat is free from any symptoms or infectious diseases. It is very important when you travel. You have to make sure it's not just your safety, it's also the safety of other passengers in the flight. So please do that if you want to travel. So once you've got this certificate, make sure that your cat is fine, not stressed, and like I said, keep a separate bag for food. And you must be reminded that when you go to the vet and you get your cat weight, and if she comes around 3 to 4 kgs and your carrier is like 1 kg, you will be sure that your cat will travel with you on your lap. Now, the time when you reach the airport from point number M. So as you reach the airport, go directly to the check-in counter. They will weigh your cat along with the carrier. They will give you the boarding pass in case your cat is below 5 kgs. They will ask you to wait. Now what happens is once you go to the counter and they weigh your cat, they take your luggage, they ask you to pay the excess luggage charge for your cat. Now what happens is, if your cat is 5 kgs more or less, whatever the situation is, you will have to pay the excess luggage charge for your cat. That is, according to Air India, the piece or weight for carriage of accompanied pets. So it's like 500 per kg, so you will pay like 2500 for a pet. Okay, so this is how it works. So in case your cat is allowed to go with you inside the cabin and she happens to be less than 5 kgs, they will ask you to wait. Okay, because they want to make sure from the pilot that he knows your pet is going and that you are allowed to carry the pet inside. And if it is more than 5, they will take it away from you and they will put it on the belt leading to the cargo, which is like, oh my god, you really don't know what's going to happen with your cat. And it's very disheartening. I never had to do this, so I can't do this. So most of the times my cats were less than 5 kgs or 5, and they were permitted. And most importantly, I do not carry any hand baggage while traveling with my cat. Okay, so that way it's easier for me to carry her carrier and her food and all the documents. So in point number P, you will be asked to wait until the pilot arrives, and when the pilot gives you thumbs up that you can take your pet inside the cabin, you will be asked to move for the security. But this takes very long. For example, most of the time I had to wait till the last person got the boarding pass. So once it happens, you quickly move to the security, and you will be asked to continue with the security and go with your cat, carry on with the cat. So now Once you move with the security, you will be asked to take out your cat from the carrier and carry them in your hands throughout the process, because the carrier also will go through the security thing, and you also will have to take your cats in your hand when you enter the frisking gate. So the entire process you will have to have your cat in your hands, and both the cat parent and the cat, you are free. You can now put your cat back in the carrier and you are both set to fly together. It's very, very simple. And once you reach at the destination, at the arrival airport, nobody will ask you any question, because they know that you've gone through all the process and you have the relevant and the required documents. So here I am wishing you stay safe, never leave your pet behind, never abandon them. If you are flying for relocating, if you're relocating and you're flying, please take them with you. Do not leave them. And if you have any questions, please ask me here. I will try to answer all your questions. Thank you so much for listening to this, and I hope this helps you. And good luck with your travel. Thank you. And if you like my video and if you want to know more about cats, please do join, subscribe, and of course if you really want to hear from me often, please just ring the bell icon. Okay, thank you so much. Until next time, bye, take care and stay safe.